Entitled cousin thinks she can still be friendly with family after she sued them. I have two uncles that live on the other side of my country, and they mostly communicate with my mother via the phone because they're all old. Uncle 1, we'll call him Roger, is unwell, and a few years ago had to move to an assisted living home. His daughter, we'll call her Barbara, lives nearby, and so does his younger brother, Uncle 2, who we will call Kyle. Roger has had issues with drugs his whole life, and wasn't the best parent to Barbara, so she understandingly hasn't always wanted to be involved with his issues. As such, he gave Kyle his power of attorney, and Kyle has been looking after him, to the best of his abilities, while also struggling with his own family issues. When Roger moved to the home, he sold his house to Kyle for a steal, because it was in horrible shape. His druggy friends had been abusing it for years, and it needed major work. Kyle spent a lot of money fixing it up and then was lucky enough to sell it while real estate prices were high in their area, so he made a bit of a profit. Barbara got word that a profit was made and wanted it. She fought Kyle for power of attorney over her dad and then sued him for the profit made on the house, claiming the money would go to Roger if she won. A judge agreed with her that Kyle should have given the profit to Roger, so she won several $100,000 from Kyle. The renovations he did on the house were not taken into consideration, so Kyle is actually out money. He didn't just have to pay the profit, he had to pay the difference between the two selling prices. Barbara, of course, didn't give the money to Roger but used it for herself. Luxury vacations, etc., the whole family knew about. Kyle had planned on using the profit to pay for better care for Roger, but she's left Roger in a crappy home because she didn't want to waste the money. Here we are 6 months later, and she is having issues with Roger, and she still thinks she can make Kyle and my mother help her. No, lady, you wanted the money. And with it also then comes the responsibility of taking care of your dad alone now. The nerve of her expecting them all to still shoulder the burden she so insisted she had after suing our uncle shocks me. Unfortunately, Kyle is a lovely person who will let her walk all over him and doesn't want his brother to suffer, so she will get away with this. It infuriates me.